Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant, and this is Pillars of Eternity, Episode 3. Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level up. That sound is eerie and spooky, and I would hate to hear that at night. Right, so we got his daggers, and these are fast and they are slashing. And that is good. We will send them to the stash. Let's replace his weapons before we do anything else. All that whispering. Stop it. It'll drive me crazy. So do we do just one weapon? Or can he carry two? We will carry two regardless. I don't know if this guy can use a shield. Maybe he should. What? Did I do that? We got a medium shield and we got another medium shield. That's it. There we go, my barbarian friend. Let's have a look at your character portrait then. Is that where we want to be to level you up? Fortitude. Fortitude resists attacks on the internal physical system of the character. Okay, so he weren't too serious after all his injury. Your character's earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. Ah, the little plus, that was obvious. There's so much real estate on the screens. These little details sometimes get missed. So did he level up? Ah, here it is. Level up. So then, what do we do here? Skills, class unlocks, talents. Survival allows characters to make better use of food and potions. So what are we going to increase here? Stealth? I've got 6 points in, so let's put it where we want. Stealth allows characters of any class to attempt to avoid to be seen or heard. A bit pointless when he's a big lumbering barbarian. Athletics, adventuring is tiring works. Travelling, fighting and scrambling up fallen statues can take its toll. Excuse me. The athletics skill counters the effects of accrued fatigue, allowing characters to go further. Why not? Lore? Lore represents a character's accumulated and miscellaneous knowledge. Mechanics, survival. Survival. And, well, I don't know. Can we save the other points? Mechanics. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers. Okay, we should have a little bit of that, I guess. Perhaps the points save, do they? Yep. Class. Offensive, defensive, utility. We got accurate carnage. The barbarian learns to line up his or her most savage blows, improving the accuracy of secondary attacks from carnage. Barbaric blow. The barbarian deals massive blow, causing additional crits and extra damage on crits for both the blow and the resulting hits from carnage. Sounds good to me. No new class unlocked, so we are done. Granite is now a level 2 barbarian. We're back here. After leveling a character up, you may want to review their statistics. Open their characters sheet to see their attributes, skills, abilities and talents in greater detail. Okay, that's fine. Granite has a benevolent reputation. Oh, what a nice person you are, Granite. Well then, didn't save Hodan though, did it? Not to worry, time to get on. I guess we've got to do it on our own, and we have a strange condition here. Major fatigue, minus 10 all defences, minus 20 accuracy. Yep, okay, whatever. We still got those horrid whispering sounds, and I'm going to go down there and have a look. Oh, you're going a little bit balmy, mate. Don't worry, I probably would too with those strange sounds. Gotta look around. There's a lot of little things that you can pick up. Who's this laying on the floor? Oh right, and she's dead as well. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? And no one lives. We've got our water back anyway. So let's have a look at these ashen bottles. Vessel flesh by 2. And the bodies disintegrate into dust particles. And what is going on? Is that a body? Is that a spirit? Are you seeing things? Or whatever it is. It's disappeared. More vessel flesh. So can we actually go anywhere here? Or are we going to have to look at this big contraption? This massive structure is formed of stone and ardor and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with unusual energy. We can't get any closer to it. What way are we going to have to go then? Looks like that might be the exit there. Well, you went in with 2 people and come out on your own, Granite. You are the sole survivor of the caravan. Sad news. Can we make you move any faster? You're trotting along a little bit slowly. Especially when I'm going to probably end up keep going back and forward because I'm unable to see the obvious exit. Oh, double click makes you walk a little bit faster, does it? Or am I just imagining that? Well, I'm not going to go back out the way I came. Let's have a look at the map. Local map. Drag and click and drag to navigate. Look at this. Huge area. But what way did they tell us to go? It was one of these places, wasn't it? But where am I? Somewhere around here, I would imagine. The hidden temple. Where's our journal? After surviving an explosion outside the ruins of Silent Lys, I experienced a vision. Since then I have been hearing sounds with no source and seeing things that aren't there. Seeking help for your condition. This is not the illness that struck me at the wagon. This is something new, an affliction of the mind perhaps. With luck, someone in Gilded Vale will know what to do. So Gilded Vale is south of us. And that's where we are going to have to head alone, unfortunately. If I can find my way out of this area. I always seem to miss the obvious, don't I? Can't be behind there, surely. Nope. How do we get out? Do we have to go back in the ruins we just left? I can't imagine that. Can't possibly imagine that. Oh well, let's go back in.
You must gather your party.
You must gather your party, yes, but we haven't got a party any longer. Well, I can't. I was going to go back through here and attempt to come out the front again now. The storm has obviously passed, but the front caved in, didn't it? So I suspect there's nothing in there for us, is there? Let's go back. Nice pretty area, isn't it? Idyllic. Unlike what happened out here. I honestly thought that at least one of those 2 characters would be permanent members of my party. But alas, that was not to be. I like the vignette around the edges of the drawing here. I don't know if you can see that slightly silhouetted, slightly blurred and dark. Lovely. Well, I'm probably going to have to make a cut here in a minute when I finally figure out what I'm doing, because it's obviously going to take a bit of time for me to figure out what I'm supposed to do here. Ah, now it brings up the map. The map icon was there all along, wasn't it? It will take you 6 hours to complete your journey from Silent Dis to Valewood. Let's go. Took me about 6 hours to work that out. Right. So we are now in some dark and mysterious woods. And it is dark, and my guy is not too healthy. And we're still hearing those whispers. They drive me crazy. Whispers. More bodies. Camping supplies. Well, that's always handy. Some Admeth's wort. White. Quite nice high resolution on them there. Sorry if I keep commenting on the graphics, but I find them lovely. Looks like down is... oh, what do we got here? Ghost? Where's he going? Oh, he's gone behind the tree and vanished. Vanished from out of sight. I hope that's not what it looks like. Oh, it's blood moss. It looked like blood. So there's no way around here apparently. Bit of a dead end. So let's go up here instead and see what we can see. Nothing, it would seem. There has got to be a way through here. Stuck again. Don't believe it. About through there. Looks like a little gap, a little pass. There we go. I blame the darkness on not being able to see that. It's a nice dark area. Some more of this. Oh, look, a lovely waterfall. And that ghost is running off there, riverweed. Better check this body, hadn't we? If we can get across the river there. And we can't check that body, but I do like that waterfall. Oh, lantern. Are we getting to some civilized area? Game paused. Huh. A lantern, a lamppost in the middle of a forest. Reminds me of a childhood story, favourite childhood story. Right, well, hopefully there's only one guy here. We're going to chop him up. Outlaw. What moves have we got here? Barbaric yell, barbaric blow. Do we need it? Do we need the barbaric blow? Yes, we do. Go on, one barbaric blow. Go for it. Come on, this outlaw can't be that strong. I don't believe he's that strong. Unless I've got a rubbish weapon here, which is quite possible. Which might be better off with the axe by the looks of it. But we're stuck with what we've got for now. Oh, come on. I don't believe you're that strong. Are you? Come on. Let's get a bit closer into the action there. Go on, Granite, you can do it. At last. Although I'd hope that we don't come across anyone else. If it takes you that long to fight someone. So the damage on that is 10 to 15 slash on the dagger. And the sword is 13 to 19. So the dagger isn't too bad, I guess. But I would of course much prefer to use the sword. So let's have a look at the sword. Makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? There's a dagger, there's a sword. It's not much faster, is it? Or slower, shall I say? I'm going to try that. I don't think he can dual wield, can he? Primary, secondary. Maybe he can dual wield. Like to go back up here a little bit to see where that ghost was running to. Should we go back up there and see where the ghost was running to? Before I head off following the trail of lampposts. Oh. Thank you, Ghosty, you've led me toward the young dwarf. But we'll make short work of him this time. And yes, he does. But use both hands.
Let's go! Let's go!
Made short work of the young wolf.
Ready to sleep like the dead.
You getting tired? Wolf hide. So is this where that ghost went? Will we even see him again? I'm going to keep collecting everything I see. Although I have a feeling I'm going the complete opposite way to the actual Gilded Vale. Look, I don't want any side trips just yet, really, do I? I want to get to the Gilded Vale. I'll just try and remember there's a cave up there somewhere. We will come back there when we're more up to the task of doing that. Oh no, here are the ghosts. And they've gone. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes and squash have been overturned and abandoned. Okay. Sounds a little bit sad, doesn't it? So, potentially leading us back down the same way that the lampposts would have led us anyway. Can we talk to this dude over here? Damn thing, come on!
Well met, friend.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Never mind the woods, there is a strange machine in the ruins up north. There were these figures clad in black, performing some kind of rite. What's your hurry? I'm only passing through. I mean to reach the Gilded Vale. Keep your nose in your own business before it gets lopped off. So we're going to say our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to the Gilded Vale. Hard luck. And I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road. And you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest's already cost me a friend. I'm headed home before it takes anything else. Who are you? What happened to your friend? Who are you? Name's Nonton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Lucky then, Pearly, I suppose. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. And that must be the cave up the north area, this area. I'm glad I didn't go in there. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiled sadly, and this time Gallowayne's favour fell upon the bear. I found the bear in a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point south-northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear it took another life. Yes, Don't worry, I'm not going that way, but I will take the river weed. Is that it? Can we get to the Gilded Vale for here? It will take you 8 hours to complete your journey from Valewood to the Gilded Vale. Although I do wonder now what was around here. Can I get through there? Or young wolf? Nah. Darn it. Pushed my luck, didn't I? Come on. Oh, you can do it, Granite. Why are you not doing your barbarian war? You're wearing yourself out, aren't you?
Let's go.
Think I'm not going to make it. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they are out of a fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when the combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of the character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed. Oh, crikey. The Watcher has died. Yes! What one do we want? A quick save. I just performed, hopefully. That was rather foolish. I should have just gone while I had the opportunity. Right, so let's take the river reed again.
Right.
And this time we are going to go straight to the Gilded Vale, and I'm not going to take a look at what was at the other end because it is a pack of wolves. So here we are, the Gilded Vale, and we can still hear those horrid whispers. And a house there. Stunning environments, really they are. Absolutely fantastic. Really well done. Well, this doesn't look good, does it? You're running from one bad situation into another, my old mate. Let's go down there anyhow. Let's see what happens. Maybe there's something a little better inside the houses there. Yes, whole town's worth of people hanging, but there are still some people here. I assume these are friendly, or at least I hope they are.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. So did you hang all these people? Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about? It's a rather personal question. Mind your own damn business. Well, I don't know.
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Oh, well, in that case...
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a bailiwick. Is there someone in town who could help? I don't think we should ask this guy that. You said something about Hollowborn and Wedderwin's legacy before. We won't ask about that either. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near the ruins. Well, we're going to have to ask something or other, aren't we? Let's ask about the tree. He doesn't even look over his shoulder. Ah, yes, not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe. Ever since Lord Raderick banished the mothers of the Hollowborn, some have taken up arms against him. And while he's been searching for a cure, he's been beset with frauds and opportunists. We had ciphers, wizards and animancers come through town, taking the Lord's coin and promising to end the curse. Lord Raderick finally decided to make an example of those who would profit from our tragedy. He points to the body of a dwarven woman. The latest was an animancer from the Vale republics, who claimed to know techniques none of us had seen. By now, we've seen it all. I've been feeling strange. You said, oh, well, we might as well say all of these. It looks like we have to anyway.
Problem. It sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Raderick, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Before I got here, goodbye.
Keep out of...
Keep out of?
Listen!
What's that noise?
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
Walkers!
God's
White walkers. 3 bells. For those of you that watch Game of Thrones, 3 blasts to the horn. But no, 3 bells, something completely different. Urgent looks out toward the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you. Ah, yes.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Raderick. I fear Lord Raderick's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. But that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure that of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Okay then. Visions and Whisperers. Addendum added. So let's get to the inn then, I guess. Unless we can look at the corpses here, which I don't particularly want to do, but maybe we can talk to some of the other people around this area. What if it's not the baby? Maybe Kolsk managed to... Hush. Are you mad? Leave it for indoors. Yes. Rather unpleasant little area we found here. I wonder what's down those stairs. Who's this guy?
Were you looking for someone in that
Leader?
tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. Strange way to talk about you're dead. No, I don't need any help. I'm looking for someone to help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod and he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. Well, that's not what I meant. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village away around him. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, autumn flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. So where is the inn? To the south west, he said. Maybe this. Aloth. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? Say nothing. Angry townsman, one of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You've got a lot of gall mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Adirans.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. Back down, all of you. This is absurd. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? You're not going to take that from him, are you? We'll stand out with this one. I'm going to say, wouldn't you rather be inside drinking? We don't want charity either, foreigner. We don't want your charity either, foreigner. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Oh, yes, and I've got involved in something I obviously shouldn't have got involved in. Let's get in there and see what we can do about that.
Take him down.
Wow, that was quick. Who did that? As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean for slaughtering them? You're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood and you note the remains of Fran embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be
I was
here?
travelling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals will arrest you for trespassing, and the rest will kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine. Shall we be honest or shall we remain silent? I've already got myself in enough trouble, but all in. Aloth goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting
What are
predicaments.
you doing in Gilded Vale then?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expected wife. But I take it that's a familiar
Yes, he
tale.
told me the same thing. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
He nods at the gnarled old tree in the centre of town. Just how did you manage to cross those 3 trunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations.
Yeah,
It doesn't
okay.
help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. Okay then, if you say so. For which I'm grateful. Let's discuss something else, shall we? You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the
Okay,
strangest
you've got a
of
point.
places.
Let's get going then. Oh,
As
okay,
should
you're not going to
I
let me go?
in recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in
Okay,
numbers.
so do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Yeah, okay. For how long for, though? Only time will tell. Look at all this lovely loot. How much of it we can carry? Who only knows? Do we really want simple clothing? No, I don't know about that, but we do want the money. Okay, so we were looting all three together there. Oh, well, let's take it anyway, the simple clothing for now. Maybe we can get rid of it a little bit later. Right, let's get into the inn, and as long as nothing transpires in there, I think that will be a good place to leave it for this particular episode. Right, here we are. Some lovely light coming through the stained glass window there. Very nice. And there we go. Right then, I think that's it for this particular episode. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time. This has been Obsidian Ant, signing off.